So Jeff Hurst, the Trevor Brooking and Billy Bonds, Paolo Di Canio, West Ham United. We celebrate our victories, we stick together in defeat. I'm proud of our history, West Ham United, more than just a podcast, more than just a podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. This is more than just a podcast. It's season 13. It is episode of 42. And there's only the twos of us tonight at the moment. No John.
We're fluid.
No John. He is working late. So it's Canning Town, Lem. Where are you? What are you doing?
I'm at the studio painting and talking to you at the same time.
And I'm here. Now, Shedman might be joining us, but not from his shed.
Who coughed then?
Look at that. Well, Nigel, he's joined us just on cue. As I said, he might be joining us. He's joined us. Nigel, where are you? What are you doing?
I'm in my van.
Van man. My van man. It's not quite.
I need to know what van Nigel has.
Yeah, go on. What is it?
Volkswagen Caddy.
Oh, nice.
What colour?
Wheelbase with a crew cab.
What colour?
Grey. Anthracite grey.
Oh, nice.
You sound like you're in some kind of grey vehicle.
2010
sound.
plate. Fuck you, Liz. That's what I say. There you go.
Oh,
That's
really?
all right, isn't it?
No, I have to pay. Fuck them.
Anyway.
What, 2010?
Yeah.
Was it a
2010,
diesel or something? I don't understand.
Yeah, diesel. Yeah, diesel.
Oh, that's fuck you over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Did you claim?
I-
Did you do your
no,
diesel
never.
claim?
I put a claim in, but my van weren't covered.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's depressed you, isn't it, before you even started?
Anywho, we're here to talk about football. And it's a no-loss week. A no-loss week. A win and a draw. I don't know, it felt a little bit like a loss, but
yeah.
it was a draw. So, let's start with you, Lenny boy.
Right.
I know you've been ill. I'm glad
Yeah.
to hear you're on the mend.
So am I.
You missed a
Saying
great European
Thank you.
night.
I always miss them, but I didn't because I kind of saw it, and I'm glad, you know, it was enjoyable to watch. It's fucking great to watch, to be honest. And that's all I ask for, stuff like that. As vicious fucking Moyes outers, that's all we want.
Oh, we want to give any credit to Moyes on that?
Ah, fuck him. Why? How many
You
goals
got
did
a
he
good
score?
painting out of it as well.
Yeah, I
so don't
did,
knock
yeah.
it.
I'll tell you what, I'm fucking shallow as a worm's grave, me. What I'm happy about is I had a fucking earner. People can see right fucking through me. No, but I will.
I do love your knack for picking that thing. Like, kudos on the seat. It's a fantastic image.
Thank
Sitting
you.
there, and you just bang, done.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't fuck about.
Fantastic.
But
Just in case you want to remember, Paquetá after 9 minutes. We hit the ground running. Paquetá after 9 minutes. Bowen
Yeah.
after 32.
hang on, well, before the first goal,
Go on.
Moyes picked the best team. That's the most important thing.
Did you just say that?
Yeah, that's the team we all
Not giving
wanted.
credit to David Moyes.
Well, it's about fucking time. He didn't have to do much
okay.
for it, did he?
Yeah. No, you're right. He did pick a strong team. You know, after being 1-0 down away, Fabianski, Soufal, Mavropanos, Zuma, Cresswell, Souček, Alvarez, Bowen, Paquetá, Kudos, and starting Antonio. Strongest team on paper, leaving Phillips on the bench and Ward-Prowse on the bench, and of course Danny Ings.
Right, that's correct.
All of which came on. Ward-Prowse came on at 62. Ben Johnson came on 79. Ings came on at 86, as did Phillips and Earthy. Job was done by then, of course. So,
Yep.
what went right? Was it just
The
we
setup
were playing
went
a
right.
team, or did we really dominate this game?
Yeah, we did really dominate. We put out a better team. That's the first thing you got to do. That's what we've been crying out for, and it happened.
But didn't we have a good team against them in Germany?
Well, a bit of a cowardly team. Tonight's theme might be cowardly.
Cowardly. It's one of your favourite
It's that
words, isn't it?
extra defender that's not necessary. You know, that they were left off these. You know, that extra so-called defender, and we let we played with a bit of joie de vivre and a bit of verve.
Yeah.
And we saw the result. 5 goals full with a fucking belter. You know, a few good goals. Lots of goals. Lots of good goals. Great.
Ducek
game.
and Bowen with assists, as you said, and I was saying earlier. Paquetá after 9 minutes. Bowen after 32. Cresswell with a rare goal after 52. And Kudos obviously finishing it up and making you a painting on 77 and 85. And probably scoring the goal of the tournament. Or the season. Or the decade. Oh, let's not go there too far.
Maybe.
I'd argue it's not the best goal in that stadium, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
What
wouldn't
was?
say so. I thought
think-
Pire's
Yeah,
version of that was
Payet's
good.
one was better.
Okay.
Yeah. It's in the top 3, though. You've
Yeah.
got Payet, Andy Carroll, and now Kudus.
It was. You won't remember this, Sean, because you're Johnny Come Lately. But it was remnants of. It was like Devonshire at Wrexham.
Yes.
Goal. Didn't
Danny-
really take someone, but he carried a lot of ground, but
I'll
didn't
tell you
really
what,
take him on.
Danny Williamson away at Bolton.
Yeah,
you
that's
know
an
that
old one. Won't have to revisit that.
Yeah, he picked it up. I think he played a 1-2 with Cotty on the edge of the area, and he just ran and ran, Danny. He just ran,
Yeah.
and, just ran and ran.
Yeah.
ran.
As your
Disappeared behind
stat,
the Sainsbury's.
as your stat man, Sean.
Oh, I could give you a stat on how
No,
much
hang on, I'm
possession
asking
they
you.
had.
I'm
Go on.
asking you as your
Go on.
stat man. Who gave Kudos the ball to get an assist? You know, as stupid stats go, no one remembers who gave him the ball.
Well, it'll probably be Fabianski, wasn't it?
Don't think so. I think it
Wasn't
might
it?
have been a
Well-
defender.
Oh, was it? I mean, I know it obviously came from the back, but I would imagine Areola, but I haven't looked at where it started.
No one cares, really, do
I
they?
don't think it counts as an assist either. if
No,
it
I don't
starts near
think
an
so.
half. Let me give
I
you
don't
the
think so.
proper stats. West Ham only had 39% possession, meaning Freiburg had 61%. Having the ball is overrated. West Ham had 11 shots, 7 on target, to Freiburg's 10 shots, 3 on target. We had 6 corners to their 1. West Ham fouled 14 times to their 6. Dirty West Ham. Dirty West Ham. There you go. Having the ball's not all what's it cracked up to be.
That is our lowest percentage for possession in Europe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this season. All our, apart from the Freiburg away, I think we had 40%. But in the 6 group games, every game we were over 50% possession.
We're not. None of us go on about possession, though, do we? Really?
No,
It's
no.
not-
take
it's
it
not
out what you will, you know. It
Yeah.
don't-
Nigel, I saw you there. You were one of the 51,014 that turned up.
well,
Oh, look, literally.
The
On
ball
my
was sick.
screen, there's a picture of me and Sam Allardyce signing a book for me that's just come on my screensaver on the
right.
TV. I have to
When
send
was
you it.
this?
I don't know, I met him. I was in the city of London. He was doing a
Yeah.
book signing. And I wandered down and took a picture of
it was
What's
after
the
you'd
book
left us,
about?
wasn't it? About
Ah.
Sam Allardyce.
about Sam
By
Allardyce.
himself.
And he wrote it. He said, to my number 1 fan, Sean, from Sam, from
Well,
Big
he
Sam.
weren't wrong, to be fair.
No, well, I don't know.
You asked
You
him
was
to put that,
fucking-
didn't
you
you?
was
Yeah, of course
all
I
over-
asked him to put
You
that.
was all over him. I remember we went to a night with Sam, not the night with Sam Allardyce, because security kept us away from him. But at Upton Park, you queued up for his, and I sat on my own in the fucking seats waiting for the Q&A to start because I wouldn't have my photo done with him.
I don't think I had a photo done with him that time, did I?
You did.
Anyway,
You queued
I
up
helped
and had-
lead his downfall in the end, if you remember.
You helped lead his downfall.
Yeah,
With a
actually.
pole. Yeah, I did.
with a pole.
Yeah.
Well, it was a bit more than that.
Yeah, I know, but we don't
And
reveal
an
how
email.
sausages are made.
It was a bit more. It was a bit more organised.
Yeah, it was a bit more organised. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't ask. Don't ask.
Maybe
Anyway,
you can do
I'm
it
not,
again
I'm
in a
not
couple
proud
of
of
months,
the part
Sean.
I played, but
yeah.
don't
Anyway,
know.
51,014. I thought that was a really good turnout for a Thursday night at 5:45 in the rain. And I tell you what, I got a bit wet because it was that fine rain that was blowing in. Got us a little bit wet in the West End. And I don't know about you, Nigel, but I thought it looked a bit fuller, and it did because they have such big segregation zones outside the away fans, and because of the way they cordon off some of the seats. It actually
look,
it
there weren't
condensed the
51
people. Didn't you think, Nigel?
No, there weren't 51,000 there.
There was 51,000.
It was less than that.
All right,
No,
50,000. Most
51,000
people who
bought tickets, Sean.
Well, most people who bought tickets, I think, went. Come on,
Nah.
it looked more
was-
than you thought there
There
would
was
be.
3 seats empty in a row in front of me, Sean.
Yeah, but we know the reason for that.
So they didn't turn up.
Well, maybe they sat elsewhere, Nigel.
Oh, did they? Is that right? I don't know. Look, we're arguing about semantics here. Let's say
It was
50,000.
well attended. All right, let's just say it was well attended.
It was better attended than I thought it would be for a
Yeah.
5:45 kickoff.
Yeah.
But
It
just
must
go-
have been. I bet there was some people that the 5:45 and played into their hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There was a few people with kids going, well, actually, this is far better
Yeah.
for me.
Well, better
Well,
for me.
I
I
just
started my
played-
painting earlier.
I just got there on time.
I'll tell you the weird thing.
I had to eat my pie and mash in my seat.
I was home by 9:30, and it was so weird. It was like we
Yeah.
finished. I was on the train at 8:30, and I was thinking, this just doesn't. It didn't seem right getting home at like 9:30 from an evening game.
Yeah. Right. I stayed behind to have a chat, and I was still on by 9:30. I stayed behind for an hour after.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's the
Yeah.
future.
Maybe it's the future.
The
Yeah.
5:45 kickoff.
Are
The
you gonna-
Leonard Parking.
Are you going to come? So, Len.
Well,
Are you going to come to the
ain't
quarter
that-
final?
No.
Well,
I'll keep tradition. Not.
yeah. Breaking news. Both John and George are coming to the quarter final.
Are they?
Yeah.
I can't. You know.
I don't know. Didn't hold up right. Didn't John and George both go to the semi-final
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
against Frankfurt?
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
did.
no,
I
don't
remember
let
that.
them come, Sean. Yeah, fucking.
They've asked me to get tickets down in my
They
end.
cut the
Oh.
box, didn't they?
We lost you there because I know you're travelling on the A. Are you travelling on the
No, they're gonna turn
A303?
For the- Yeah, they're gonna turn up with the one European game we get beaten. No.
Nah.
You
Can't
Okay.
stop them.
Yeah, I'm on the A3.
Oh, you're on the A3.
Hello?
You sound
Yeah,
like
you're
you've got
free.
a way to
That's what I
come.
said.
Yeah. When you go, what are you going to do? Go into the city
I'm
on the
down
A3,
at,
all the way to the city, and then through to.
You have to pay the
No,
ULEZ,
I'll
wouldn't
go
he, if
up
he
to
does
the
that?
M25. Yeah. M25.
Oh,
Across
you
the
got to be
Dartford
careful
Bridge.
around Wisley. It was shut over the weekend. It was when I came past that earlier. I came back from Portsmouth. That whole junction 10 was a nightmare. That Wisley
Yeah,
turn
I'm
off
a
is
bit
enough.
worried about that, I must admit. But
Yeah. By the
it
time
says-
you get there, it'll be fine.
it says I'll be home in an hour and 25 minutes.
Okay.
So,
Oh, well, it might be in the shed for question time then.
Yeah.
You never know.
Anywho, let's talk about football. Nigel, what have you got to add about that glorious night, Thursday night? Someone asked, was it the biggest win
no,
at home?
I think it was just.
I told you this, Sean.
I know it's not. I'm just asking Nigel. Play along. It's
Oh, all right. All right. You're trying to catch Nigel
What do you
out, aren't
mean?
you? Because he's
What do you
fucking
mean?
Was
driving.
it the biggest win at
Say
a
that
London?
again?
Was it the biggest home win at a London stadium?
Think about it, Nigel. Think about your answer.
No, I don't think it was. No, we had we beat Macclesfield.
He got it.
Yeah, he got it.
8-1, didn't we?
8-0, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Did they get one?
Was it 8-0? Yeah, it was.
I think it was 8-0.
No,
Yeah.
1 or 8-0. But yeah, it was the Macclesfield games.
Yeah, well, exactly. You're right. Len said that exactly. So I was trying to catch you out. And it was 8-0, by the way, on the 26th of September, 2018, the EFL Cup, with Antonio, Snodgrass with 2, Perez, Fredericks, Bonner, and Diagana with 2 as well.
I remember Diagana,
Yeah.
But you're right, 8-0.
So that was his breakthrough game.
Yeah, Nigel. Tell us, what did you think about the game? Did anyone stand out for you, or just?
I get what people. No, I get what people say about the lineup. You know, it was good to see that he went more attacking in the way with the personnel we put on the pitch. And who would have thought? You know, you play more forward-thinking players, you score more goals.
Yeah.
You know, who would have thought it?
Everyone but Moyes is the answer, isn't it?
You know,
As it seems.
It does seem funny that not jumping forward, but
we lost him there.
He's all ping pong.
Yeah, I know. What could go wrong at all when he's travelling along at 170 miles an hour on the A3?
Still going.
Does it? It works.
You came across all Dalek there, Nigel.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
We
heard you say Moyes out. We heard that bit.
You're probably going through a bit of a bad area. But well, I guess there's not a lot to speak.
They don't have a phone.
We won 5-0. There's probably not a lot to say.
Surrey, do they?
No, we don't. We don't. I'm going to ask, while I'm waiting for you to get your signal back, I'm going to ask Len a question. Bayer Leverkusen only just managed to squeeze through.
But they did.
Against something beginning with Q. I don't even know. Q.
Karabag.
And just won in extra time. Unbeaten in Bundesliga. Have we got a chance, Len?
We've always got a chance. I think ideally with any of the, I'd say the two biggest teams there are Leverkusen and Liverpool. Really, you want them over 90 minutes, didn't you?
Yeah, we didn't want Liverpool though, did we? And I didn't really want AC Milan.
Didn't want Roma either.
Well, no, yeah, from a away sort of game and not having our fans stamped.
I mean, Benfica would have been nice. I think it would have been nice to go out to Portugal for a couple of days.
Well, Andy Sheldon, when I bumped into him after the game, he said, let's just not get any Italian teams. Because he knows that Lazio would join in with the West Ham side and it would be mayhem, home and away.
You think that would happen?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. If we'd have got Roma, Lazio would have been out with the West Ham.
Oh, right. I see what you mean.
Yeah, but and the same probably with AC Milan and who was it?
I don't know about that because Italians, you know, they might not travel up to Milan from Rome. It's a bit of a journey, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm saying that they probably would do. I don't know. Yeah. So who do we get if the semi-finals in? I don't think we do, but.
Well, we miss Liverpool. If we get through, you're right. We can get Roma or AC Milan, yeah. So if we get through, we definitely do get an Italian side in the semi-final.
Yeah. Well.
Big if, though.
Yeah, big if.
Well, are you going to Germany? Because I tell you what, I got a bit lucky here. Me being my normal thing for Europe, I'm away in Tenerife in April, early April. So for the first leg, I'm in Tenerife. So I'm sure I'll go and sit in Tenerife. But lucky enough, it's the away leg, which means I will be back Are you going to Germany?
Well, where I go and what I do is up to me, innit? So,
Right, Len, are you going to Germany?
No. I won't get tickets, will I?
Well, you could if you asked. You know, I'm sure
Well,
we
I
know
asked
someone
you.
who knows somebody. Well, do you want a ticket? I'll get you a ticket.
No, I
I'll
wouldn't
get
want to
lucky
rob
in the
a,
ballot for you if
I
you
wouldn't
want.
want to rob a real fan. I don't.
I
Nah.
don't think they have a ballot, Sean.
Yeah, I know. I was joking.
I'm happy watching them on the box in Europe.
I'm happy. I'm going to be watching.
But we'll see. I've got 16 points. I think Freiburg
16
away
points.
made that. Yeah, well, I had 31 last year, and I
How,
lost.
how many? How many we got going over there? What's our allocation? That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll give 3,000, I'd imagine.
How many?
3,500.
How big is it?
Their stadium holds about 50,000, doesn't it?
Does it? What's
Was
it?
it
5%?
10%?
I don't think it works like that. I think it's the away enclosure.
I thought it was 5%. You think Bayer Leverkusen would have a bigger stadium than 50,000?
Well, that's enough, isn't it? Fucking hell, Sean. You wonder why they're all fucking lively in there. They don't have all the.
Oh,
well, they do have the
well,
tourists.
actually, you're wrong there. The it's only 30,000. 30,210. Bay
Wow.
Arena, which is
I've
where
been
they.
past it. It looked bigger than that.
Yeah, Bay Arena, a capacity of 30,210. So,
Blimey.
I think.
From what I remember, it was by a motorway.
What town is it close to?
Well, it's near Cologne,
Ah, right. Okay, I thought it was.
so I think that's where people would fly into if they were flying, Bonn, Cologne.
So if it is 5%, it will be 1,500.
Right. That'd be low, wouldn't it?
Then they can't see that getting 16 points.
What
I don't want
what
to
did
piss
they
on your
get in
chips.
Freiburg? How many did Freiburg?
I'm just having a look. Yeah, 5%. So Article 38, ticketing in the Europa League, says that home clubs must make at least 5% of the total ticket capacity available. At least. That's the minimum. You want to know West Ham Freiburg, what the
Yeah,
allocation was, do you?
Yeah.
Hang on. Away allocation. 2,230 tickets we got for that.
So they got the away end. So you might find it might be roughly the same. Is that all it holds? 30,000.
Yeah, 30,210.
Freiburg.
Freiburg. Well, Freiburg was a bigger stadium, 34,700.
Did Leverkusen not get the memo that you can't win anything with little stadiums?
Yeah.
Well, obviously not.
What are they thinking, Sean?
I know.
Yeah.
They're like 10 points ahead, aren't they? Of
They are, yeah. In
Bayern
fact,
Munich.
But Bayern Munich have got more points this season at this stage than they did last season when they won the league.
Yeah.
The problem with Bayern Munich actually ain't Bayern Munich, is that Leverkusen have yet to lose a game. They're in.
Yeah.
Unbeaten.
Well, they played Freiburg at the weekend, and I think did it end 4-3 or 3-2? One of the two. They lost by 1 goal. Do you know, Nigel? How about you, Len? Do you know Freiburg versus Bayer Leverkusen on Sunday?
Yeah.
I don't know the final score.
Should have knocked them out.
Yeah, it was 2-3. Freiburg scored on 10 and 79. Bayer Leverkusen scored on 240 and 53. So yeah, not too.
You're saying we stand a chance? That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
I'm trying to make that out. Anyway, let's
You never
move away
know.
from Europe.
You
We're in the
never know.
quarterfinals for the third year running, thanks to
West Ham United.
David Moyes.
No,
Carry
Sean.
bag.
Don't.
We're 2-0 up against them twice. weren't
Yeah, I
we?
know.
I think so. There's always a chance.
Yeah. Anyway, anywho, let's talk about the next game. Len, I know you didn't make it, unfortunately, because you weren't feeling very well.
Didn't quite make it. And I had a train for once.
I was there. Nigel was there. So let's start
What did
with
you eat, Sean?
I didn't eat, actually.
God.
I had breakfast and I didn't eat. There you go. I'm fasting.
It looked like he'd already eaten, to be fair.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
why
yeah.
you cheeky? I was wearing a Food Banks sweatshirt, and funny enough, here's a funny story, right? Leon above me took a picture.
Yeah.
Have I sent it to you?
No.
And in it is Barry. Barry's behind me again, and your mate Mark. All in the same
what? What's
picture.
that got to do with you?
Well, he's saying I looked a bit tubby.
I've got a photo of you that looks proper tubby, you don't like that photo, do you?
No, I don't.
I ain't getting deleted.
Let's
that one.
just put it like that. If he's losing pounds, it must be from the wallet.
Oh,
that's a bit harsh. Yeah, I'm going to send you a picture. Here, this is a picture I got sent. Here, I'm just sending you on WhatsApp.
Well, I'm driving, I can't look at it.
No, you can't look at it.
Yeah, that's
See if you can
handy
spot other people in that photo.
Right, let's have a look. This makes very, very good radio.
It does make a great video.
Let's have a look.
Yeah. Me and my
because I'm driving, so I can't.
as my good friend and Labour supporter.
I'll recognise your son.
It's a bit hilarious. A Conservative supporter like you wearing a Food Banks sweatshirt.
Right, that's not the. I don't know what you want me to say about that photo, really.
He says I look a bit tubby in it.
Well,
to be fair, Sean, you wearing a Food Bank thing, people probably think, blimey, he must be their best customer.
yeah, there's a bit of a punch there, Sean. To be honest.
All right, fair enough. All right, still losing weight, down about 1.5 stone. Anyway, anywho, let's move on to the next game. It was.
Did you lose it from your feet?
Oh, he piss off. Let's move on to the next game. It was West Ham versus who was it versus?
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa, of course it was. Fourth in the league, Aston Villa.
Yep.
So I think what did you say last week, Nigel?
I thought we'd get beat.
You thought we'd get beat?
Yeah, I thought after the Lord Mayor show, I said we'll beat Freiburg 3-1. I think I said after extra time. And then I thought Villa would do us after the Lord Mayor's show. I went.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It felt like obviously ended 1-1 with Michael Antonio scoring on the 29th minute, 1-0 to the Cockney boys. It could be considered we had a few other shouts with Kudos, Antonio, and Souček all claiming, or was it Mavropanos all claiming a goal, only to be denied by VAR. I think we've lost Nigel a little bit. Let's start with you. I assume you watched it.
Yeah.
Was 1-1 and 1 point a fair result, or do you think we deserve more?
I think bravery would have paid dividends, is what I think. I thought you could see that Villa were a good team, no doubt about that.
Yeah.
But I thought we had the better of them. They were struggling with set pieces. They had complete holes in their setup. Kufo had acres of room, and I think again Moyes picked his best team, and I think he should have kept that. If not the team, then the same outlook, that same setup, rather than doing the defensive substitutions. So I'm a bit disappointed we didn't get the win. I thought we could have. No, we put the ball in net 4 fucking times, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, that tells you something. And although we wasn't playing good, that's the type of attacking ability we got.
Again, just go to a stat attack. We only had 30.6% of the ball.
I don't care about that.
So Aston Villa had 69.4. We had 13 shots, 5 on target. They had 13 shots, 5 on target as well. We had 6 shots off target to their 4. we had 7 corners to their 11. So 13 fouls to their 12 as well. Dirty West Ham. I don't know. After leading and after the VAR, it felt like a loss. And I'm sure we'll come into this. But, we were waiting the ground, Nigel and I. 5 minutes and 37 seconds it took to decide.
Bad.
Now, when I looked at it, I thought, well, why did it take them that long? You could see why they didn't give it, but why did it take 5 minutes? There was, I don't know if it came across. There was booing. We knew nothing in the ground. We knew nothing.
I can throw a reason at why it took so long, because with all the VAR decisions, although logic would suggest that the decisions were ultimately right, you couldn't see any evidence of it on the VAR. Just a freak nature of it, the post being in the way.
Well, that's exactly what David Moyes says. The post was in the way. So it's supposed to be for clear and obvious errors.
It is really.
And therefore, if the post was in the way, the original.
I'll just point out this clear and obvious error thing.
Yeah, go on.
that ain't when it comes to like goals. Clear and obvious errors was with like red cards given to wrong players or yellow cards that should have been red and offsides. That clear and obvious. When it came to like goals, it was not it weren't they could only interfere with clear and obvious. They're supposed to check every goal, whether it's clear, whether it's obvious. Check every goal.
But it's a problem, Nigel, and you've said it before. If they can't decide in a minute, let the on-field decision stand, no matter what it is.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Sorry.
Isn't there a kind of precedent that, you should somewhat try to stick to the on-field decision if there's no evidence to the contrary? Well, I mean, I've got to say, that Antonio one, although he somewhat admitted it that it is sound in the post interview, it didn't look like it. It looked like his stomach. And I think it was the same. No, the day before, I see Coventry City win with a goal like that, which I'm pleased about, because ultimately I wanted that goal to stand. Because there's twice in our game the ball was bundled into the net. There's got to be a certain amount of credit for getting the fucking ball in there. I know it hits people's hand, but they don't punch the ball in, do they? It's their inertia taking it and it hits the arm.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't feel. I must admit, I don't feel
4
robbed.
Goals. I must admit, we celebrated all 4 goals.
And I'll tell you what.
The Kudus one, for me, looked a bit clear cut. The other 2, the Antonio goal was up the other end.
Yeah, but you celebrated it, didn't you, Nigel?
Yeah, no, both. Not the Kudus one, because I thought it was never going to be given a goal.
Okay.
Do you think because of the foul or the suggested foul on the goalie from Antonio?
Well, the Antonio one, I don't know. I've not seen it again. The only one that I've seen again is I don't know. Was it the Bowen one or Souček? Because what it looks like is
well, it comes off Bowen's face. You're right. I mean, it's Souček's.
The first thing I'd say is, fuck's sake, if they'd have hit the ball properly, the pair of them, had enough time to kick the ball into the goal for a start. Well, Bowen certainly did. This has been missed. The geezer took a swipe at a ball a yard out, from the goal and missed it. So he swipes at it first, misses it. It then hits Souček, drops down onto Bowen's head and goes in. Now, I listened to Antonio's reasoning onto the BBC, and I think there was a lot of sense in what Antonio said. Like, the goal should have stood for them reasons.
Yeah. And this is why I'm sort of being...
Apparently, the reason... I think they... my view, they should release all footage for audio for all VAR incidents, not just when they're pressurised. But my understanding is there was about 5 different
Well, it
incidents
is a
that
thing of
laid on
discussion
that,
we
and they
have.
had to look and analyse each one at a time. So first of
No,
all,
well,
was
I
it
mean,
offside? Then the handball. Then it hit Bowen's face. Was he impeded? And so what a ref was saying is because there were 5 incidents in a short span of time, VAR would have to look at each one, roll it in or out, and then move on to the next one.
that would suggest
And
that you're looking for reason to disallow the
it
goal,
does,
though,
doesn't
doesn't
it?
it?
It absolutely does, Len. Absolutely.
I'm not so sure. I mean, he didn't look like when you
But it
watched it
is-
in real time. It looked
And
like
then after
a goal.
5 minutes, he calls the ref
This
over
is
to bloody look at it on the screen.
Could have done that in the first. He's no.
if
I've-
Souček was
Go on. Is he there?
I don't know if you heard.
Yeah, if Souček was what?
I said if Souček, right? If Souček was a defender, yeah, would they given us a penalty?
No,
Fuck.
probably not.
No. So why isn't it a goal then?
Well,
If it's
one.
the same offence, yeah.
Well, yeah, I agree with you, but one reason, and which is why I don't get too upset about these VAR rules. I'm pretty sure that we don't know the rules anymore because they're ever changing.
Well, they seem to
especially when
be.
it comes to handball.
Yeah, it's just too confusing. And it's a bit like rugby where they change
But
their
look
minds
at
every 5
Burnley
minutes.
last week. The geezer heads the ball, catches it in his hand, and drops
Yeah,
it. No
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But-
I know.
You know, but hold up. You know, Antonio jumps, misses it, hits his arm, goes in the goal. No goal.
Yeah.
Not deliberate handball.
No, it's not.
So, and this is where it makes a mockery. And in a way, it's not so much the VAR as you say. It's the rulings done by the IFAB.
Yeah.
Who have caused this problem.
Let
I
me ask you
actually-
a question, both of you, right? This is a really serious question. Nigel, when you woke up on Sunday morning,
Yeah.
would you have taken a draw?
Yes.
Len, when you woke
Yeah.
up on Sunday morning, would you have taken a draw?
No.
Really?
I'm
You-
just not like that at all.
Well, you were convinced we were going to win.
No, I wasn't convinced we'll win, but I'm not going to take a draw.
Really?
It's just not in my nature, no.
Against 4th place Villa.
Yeah. I have healthy disapproval,
Oh,
Sean,
you're
it's
be-
called.
I think you're being slightly disingenuous.
No, I'm not at all.
I would have taken a draw all day long. All
Well, that's
day
fine
long.
for you, but you got to remember that they played Thursday as well. You got to go at them at home. You can't go taking draws. You play the game to win it.
Well, of course, we haven't discussed the point, which is...
I think we did play the game to win it.
Yeah,
Well,
we did.
This is the thing, I
Here we
think
go. So
did.
here I'm going to come down a little bit on Len's side. The substitution,
Awful.
right? So he takes Antonio off. Now, I don't know if any of you saw this, but I saw Antonio holding his shoulder. We all, in our section we did. And I thought he'd picked up a knock.
We
So-
also see him running after and looking okay.
So taking Antonio off, sort of got it. He's not a young man anymore. He probably can't run for 90 minutes. He played for 70 minutes on Thursday night.
Put the boy in the
Well,
net
why
twice,
do you,
though.
when you put Ben Johnson on, a guy who won't sign a new contract and is probably going to Crystal Palace, yes, you heard it here first, that's a defensive move. And it's almost like David Moyes is sending a message out, oh, we're shutting up shop now. We're going to try and...
Cowardly is what you're saying. That's what it's cowardly,
well,
Sean.
I knew you'd say that. See, I've been prepping you to say that again.
I know you. You don't have to
Hold
prep
up.
me.
The only thing I'd say is it weren't the shut up shop because he put him right wing. Or he put him left wing, I think, then put Caduce on the right and put Bowen up front. So
He didn't venture up
it
the
wasn't-
pitch. I don't
it
think he
wasn't
touched
a
the ball, did he?
it wasn't. Yeah, he did. He did okay with it, but it wasn't a defensive move because he didn't go into defence.
I mean, to
But
be fair to him,
it
I
nullified
was
our
watching
attacking ability.
Moyes, and he was sort of telling them to push up, but I mean,
Not as easy as that, is it?
it's not as easy as that.
I don't fucking shout the canvas. Look good, look good. You got to fucking work at it.
But,
Nigel
you know,
ain't there saying, fucking move, car, go
You know,
faster.
it-
About the person in
it's-
front of him.
look, Len, it was a game in 2 halves, and you must admit, although
I
we
enjoyed the
dominated-
first half.
The
yeah.
first half we dominated. The second half, you could see. I'll be honest with you, and the reason I respected the point in the end is I could see them coming back and
But
winning
what
it.
did Ariola do, though? I know
he
you're
made
saying
an
that. It
amazing
wasn't.
save.
It wasn't. I felt comfortable. I think you should show a little bit more faith. We got good players,
Oh,
you know.
hang on. He punched a few out, Alen.
That's what he's
Punched
there
a few out.
for.
Yeah, I know that, but
We were fine. Let him come at us. Fuck them.
didn't they miss one literally right in front of goal? They got very close to us, and I thought,
we
were
had
a
goals
bit
on
lucky.
us.
I thought we were a
The
bit
goal
lucky.
was coming. You could
It
see
was coming, absolutely.
But
it really was.
so when we got our first goal, that was somewhat against the run of play, I thought, as well. I know we looked good, but you can't. They're a good team. They're behind. They made substitutions. They're gonna come at you.
Yeah.
Stay in your fucking ground and keep at it, because they were rattled. They didn't want us to sort of.
Yeah, and the thing about that is that the more they come at us, the more we should be able to get behind them if we're a counter-attacking team.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Got people who can put the ball in the net.
Yeah, the Antonio move. All right, he might be carrying the knock. Still baffling. Still put Danny Ings on. Fucking
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
agree.
Listen, right. If what's sad about this is that we can all agree with that we thought that was a bad decision, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, 100%.
what? And I think everyone sees that he does make them bad decisions. But what makes us polarised? What causes the differences of opinion? Is one, why does he do it?
So he thinks he knows better.
But this is it. But when you're seeing these mistakes made and the geezer's contract is coming to like a natural end, what can you do to a man who thinks he knows better and we think he don't? This is what the Moyes out.
A new contract.
But this is it. If you're not happy with it, if he's a guy that can't be helped, he's going to make decisions that are wrong. Sometimes, what can you fucking do with people like that? He annoys me, the man. He lets himself down. Really does let himself down. For someone that he obviously fucking knows what his best team is, because he's put it out two days on the row, 2 matches on the row, and we've enjoyed it, and we've got no problem with it. If he'd done that all the time, there'll be no Moyes out brigade.
I don't see the games this week made any difference of giving him a contract or not giving him a contract. I know a lot of people read into it, and I know Nick from Clout and Booze was defending himself, but and I know Huey at Clout and Hugh wrote that, in exclusive, saying that no decision had been made. Well, the board are going to make a decision at the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
You can't keep on saying after every match, giving a commentary, because the decision's going to be made at the end of the season. Full stop.
But that's what worries me, is the stubbornness. I wonder what you can do with a stubborn person, someone who's obstinate like that. The only thing is to sort of.
The thing is, it is difficult. No West Ham, and this is the thing, no West Ham manager has ever been let go. So I think, as I did, a couple have not had their. So John Lyle and Sam Allardyce have got in common. They were both let go by not renewing the contract.
That's right.
So they're the two that were let go for not renewing. Now, Lyle had been relegated, and Allardyce, I think, had took us, bobbed about. The highest place he'd ever got us was 10th. When you, obviously, the way we play is different. When you look at it, though, no West Ham managers ever lost their job with us being.
And we're still 7th. Yeah, we're still 7th.
Yeah, consistently.
Well, let's see the season out then.
Top 10 team. No, and that's the thing. We've got to let the season play out. So there's a bit
Yeah.
I can understand it.
Because we can't talk
we
about
can
Moyes'
still
job
finish
every
10th.
fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is,
10th.
We're 2 points above Brighton, right?
And they've got a game in hand.
They've got a game in hand, right? We're 3 points above Wolves, 4 points above Newcastle, who obviously we play. We're 5 points above Chelsea, and 6 points above Fulham.
With a right win.
We're only 3 points behind Manchester United.
Yeah, we've got a game in hand. With a right good win, we could get 14 more points.
Yeah.
That's the max, though. I think we'd get 14 more. with a good wind. I'd more book it at 12-11.
We're unbeaten in 4 games as well.
Yeah.
We're a fucking good team. I don't know why you say it with an element of surprise.
Well, because everybody was
we've
doom
only
and
lost 3
gloom,
in
saying
the
I
last,
don't know where the next win's coming from at one point. I'm not saying you
We've
said
got a
that,
tough
though.
run of fixtures. Bring it on. That's what we're here for.
Yeah, I think we can.
I'm
still go
not
to Tottenham.
anti-Moyes because I'm negative. I'm anti-Moyes because I'm fucking positive. That's why I want him to have just a bit of a laissez-faire, not laissez-faire, actually, it's not the right word, but just go for it.
The next 2
Because we are
games,
we're
you look at
forgiving.
it- Yeah, if you look at it, the next 2 games, Newcastle are having a bad run of form. They're stuttering. Spurs, away from home, struggling. Well, funny enough, they did Villa, didn't they? 4-0 away from home. But look, go to Fulham and get done like we did. We do okay at Tottenham. We win some, we lose some. We could actually get 4 points out the next 2 games.
Well, let me ask you one thing we didn't
I
discuss.
think we could get none.
One thing we didn't discuss over the 2 games we just discussed, and that is Alvarez and how important he is. So obviously he got a yellow card against Freiburg, and we miss him for the next game, the first leg
2,
against.
3,
one.
really.
One, hang on, just one. We're talking about Europe, so we miss him in the first leg against Bayer Leverkusen, and then of course he got another yellow, which means he's got 10 yellows in the Premier League, and we lose him against both Spurs and then Newcastle. So we're going to
That's a big loss.
lose him for 3
Newcastle,
games.
then Spurs.
Newcastle then Spurs, yeah. So 3 games he's going to be missing, and that's a big loss.
What do you think Moyes will do?
Well, at the moment, Prowse has not been getting in, so I think.
You think you'll play him above Phillips?
Well, yeah.
In that position?
I mean, Phillips, where does he fit in? I mean, I was watching Phillips warm up at half time. It was looking pretty awful. Even warm up, he was missing balls and everything.
Was it against Freiburg where he came on and kicked the ball out for a throw with his first touch, with a backward pass?
I think it was, yeah.
I think it was.
Anywho, anything else to discuss on the Villa game, Nigel or Len?
Yeah, there is actually.
Go on.
One little thing. Going back to the ridiculous handball, I actually think I saw I witnessed my first ever time where a opposition player tried to take advantage of it by Emerson pointing, and I swear blind he kicked the ball in his hand. I swear blind he did. Which shouldn't be too difficult to do for a footballer
Yes,
if someone sticks their hand
I
out.
get the one, yes. So
Which-
he's pointing as it to be covered, and the attacker kicked the ball against
Kicked the
his
ball in
hand.
his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think
Luckily,
yourself,
they
well,
waved the player. Yeah.
it
You've-
just shows what a bad rule that handball is,
Well,
because that looked as good as much as handball was, as we've seen, getting given for and against us.
You've just reminded me that of 2 other refereeing decisions outside of VAR. Number 1, Mavropanos literally volleys the ball as the ref blows the whistle, and he gets a yellow card for kicking the ball away. A Villa player, I forget who it was, does the same thing, kicks the ball
Yeah,
away.
we all saw
already
that.
on a yellow,
We all saw
doesn't
that.
give it.
The ref's trying to be fair, and this is where
But it's not
VAR
being
doesn't
fair,
help
though.
him.
It's inconsistent. So, Mavropanos
but
didn't
what-
have really a choice. And
but-
then we get onto Kudos, double arm, double elbow in the back, and Kudos gets booked at it for reacting after. That's a red
That
card
was Douglas
all
Luiz
day
that
long.
done that.
Yeah, all day long it's a red card.
Proper filth that was.
It is. That is. If VAR looks at that, that is violent conduct. It's a red card all day long.
They choose what they want to look into and not. Every system's got a trapdoor. Said this, didn't I?
Yeah, Ben Campbell, right? Come on the podcast, talk about it, right? Remember? Come on the
Yeah.
podcast. It's an open invitation.
One last thing.
Go on.
Because Len did point this out on Sunday. Isn't it nice to see white and sky blue shorts?
Oh,
Yeah.
you did point that out, actually.
I did, didn't I? Beautiful.
Because I said exactly the same in the ground. Oh, I wish West Ham wore an away kit.
Yeah. Beautiful, wasn't it?
It was a thing of beauty.
In fact, a couple with a slick passing, There were a couple of times when my brain started admiring Villa because of the kit. They just they seemed more like West Ham than it was when you're wearing all that claret and then silly Coca-Cola clan socks. Still, what can you do?
Yeah.
They think they want to make a new club, you see. They don't go with tradition.
Yeah.
This is West Ham 2.0. We wear all claret.
Anyway, anywho, let's talk about a little bit of news. There's one news story that someone in the financial sort of mergers and acquisitions told me.
Yeah, go on. Billy bullshit. Go on, crack on.
All right. So, according to this source, right, it hasn't come from a senior source. It hasn't come from the board.
I don't think it come from someone in mergers and acquisitions.
Well,
either, go on,
that's what I was told. All right.
Oh, right. Is that right?
That Karen Brady flew out to the Middle East. Brief stop to try and find. She has been incentivized with a bonus to find a new investor. Rothschilds have been trying to sell 10% of the Gold family. Haven't had any luck. There's probably reasons for that, but I'm not going to go into them. So I'm told they're looking for a new investor in the Middle East or elsewhere. In one scenario, they would give 25%. And what would happen is David Sullivan would reduce his 38.8% by 13.8% to 25%. Daniel Kredinsky would sell 2% of his 27%, also going down to 25%. Gold family would sell 9.2% of their 25.1%. And that would leave Kredinsky, Sullivan, and new investor all equal on 25%, with the Gold family having 15.9%, Trip Smith 8%, and Terry Brown and Daniel Harris the remaining 1.1%. Now,
how many percent does Sullivan have?
He would have 25% after that transaction.
It seems like a lot of chefs.
Agreed, but it might
Why
be
don't
the
they
scenario
give Tony
where.
Fernandez a call?
Sorry?
Why don't
He
give
did.
Tony
They did
Fernandez-
say that, didn't they?
No, right.
They
when
did
bought
invite
the
him.
club. Yeah.
Who?
Went off the
Mind you, it's not
market.
his money, Tony Fernandez. It's Mittal's
No.
money.
Yeah.
So look, I don't know. I'm not saying this is absolutely true, but it's a very fanciful thing. The whole thing about she flew over to the Middle East. Interesting. When I asked someone at the club this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Did she fly over to the Middle East? They quickly replied. I mean, they picked up the phone and said she was at the game last Sunday, and I'm talking about Brentford, and she's got a Premier League meeting later this week. Not actually answering the question. And they really did quickly, and I thought, hang on a minute, they don't usually reply this quickly. Maybe there's something in it. Maybe there's not.
Yeah, a bit like when Sullivan overreacted about the old.
Careful what you say.
All right. As you were then, Sean.
I know that there's a potential that the investors are put up with David Sullivan owning the majority, 38.8%, and maybe Kredinsky, 27%. So this compromise of having 25% each and being equal partners is a sort of deal, I got told, a bit like Sir Jim Ratcliffe, that if a new investor came in with 25% and invested money into the playing side, they might be given, and I'm just speculating here, football control of the club, while Sullivan and Kredinsky would just keep a financial interest and not have football control of the club. That's what I've been told. It's one scenario.
I'm desperate to get away, Sean.
Sorry?
Do that just to skip Bell?
I'm desperate to
I
keep
don't know
my
what you're
head down.
talking about. I don't know what you're talking
I've got
about.
to get out of here, Sean.
But there are
The net's
there
drawing
are
in.
there are tax rules changing. I'm not going to say it any more
That'll
than
be
that.
why. Sorry, yes.
There are some tax rules changing, so we'll see. Look, we'll see. And I see that Hammer's News have gone a little bit further. On the back of what I've said, they've rekindled a story from the Times last November and linked that Sheikh guy that was going to buy Manchester United with us today. But I think that's a bit of speculation. Taking my story, adding it to a Time story of last November and making 2 and 2 makes 5.
How dare they?
But there you go. Look, who knows? You know, a new investor would help share the load, might help us compete. And if the Middle East is the only place we can do it, good luck.
Don't see it makes any difference myself.
I think that's the only news. Look, we're not going to name them, but there's a few former Hammers that are not really well, so we want them to get well soon. I'm
Yeah.
You're like the fucking angel of doom, you, aren't you?
I know I am, but you know.
Dear, oh dear.
I know. Get well soon, former Hammers.
Oh.
Well, we're not going to say their names until it comes out, but you know,
No.
I'm sure that will come out sooner or later. Anywho, is there anything else we want to discuss this week?
We doing question time?
Well, that was going to be my next question to you boys.
I don't mind.
Nigel?
Well, yeah. But have you asked a question?
Not yet. No.
Oh, right. Well, yeah.
How far away are you?
45 minutes.
Oh.
Do you? We can't imagine. It's
I'm at
great.
Chesington.
Are you?
Yeah. Funny enough. Or Leatherhead.
Oh, you could come round here and finish it off here.
All right. No, you're all
You are so close.
right. So close.
So close.
What should we do then?
What do you want to do? Heads or tails?
Ask a fucking question if you're going to do question time.
I'll tell you what, let's wrap this one up. This is episode 42. I've been, and we'll come back for episode 43. I've been Sean. Nigel has been
Driving. In
And
my car. It's not.
Len has been.
Watching paint dry.
No predictions for this week because we're in an international break. Come on, you Irons.
Bobby Moore. More than just a podcast. Bobby Moore. More than just a podcast.